Welcome to a quick tutorial on the Task Checklist Import and Export feature of the OCMS Portal. In this video, I'll give you an overview of how to leverage the feature to move tasks between third-party tools and your OCMS platform. For this demo, I'm going to be using Asana as the third-party tool. First, let's go to the Task Checklist. The task checklist comes pre-populated with helpful change management tasks that you can add to, remove, or edit. You'll find the import and export icons at the top. Now let's say I'd like to move all these tasks into a shared Asana account that my project team is using. The platform imports and exports using the Excel file format. Asana imports and exports using CSV format. But this is no problem because it's very easy to convert files between the two formats using Excel. Let's get started. I'm going to choose Export and export my tasks. Now I'm going to save this file to CSV format. I can easily change the file format here. Now I'll go into my Asana project. I'll click the arrow next to the project name. Choose Import and CSV. Now, anytime you're importing data, it's very important to make sure your data is going into the correct fields or columns. So I'm going to click Make Changes. I especially want to make sure my phase is coming in as a separate column. I can see that Asana has defaulted to putting it into a General Task Description text field. That's not what I want. I want it to be a separate section. Now you may want to do the same thing with other fields. Just be sure to check to make sure your data is going where you want it. Now I'm going to continue to project and import my tasks. I'll go ahead and move my Done column to the end. Now I can see that all my tasks have populated. My due date has also been retained. And because I made that selection to section/column, my tasks came in the correct phase. So that was pretty quick and easy. Now, let's go ahead and do it in the opposite direction. We're going to export from Asana and import into the tasks checklist. First, let me make a quick edit. Now to export, I'm going to go to that same arrow next to the project name. I'll choose the Sync Export option and CSV. Now I'm going to save this CSV file to an Excel workbook format. I'll do it in the same place I saved before, but this time I'll choose Excel workbook as the file format. Now let's go back to the task checklist in OCMS Portal. Now, one thing that's very important to keep in mind when you're importing is that when you import data into the task checklist, you're replacing the checklist. So you want to make sure all your tasks and any other information you need are included on your import file. To import, I'm going to click the import icon. You'll see that we have a template you can use. I already have a spreadsheet, so I'm going to click Map Spreadsheet. Now here we are at the mapping, and again it's very important you map your data to the correct fields. First, I want to choose the column that holds my phases, so I'm going to double check my spreadsheet. I can see that that column's called section/column. Here I can see a preview to make sure I selected the right one. Next, it looks like I need to make a different selection for task. The system tries to match up your entries, so it's queuing off task ID, but I actually want the task itself, so I'm going to double check my spreadsheet again. It looks like the task text is in a column called Name. So I'm going to choose that. And now I see my task is here. The other fields look okay, so I'm going to click Import. And here I can see that all my tasks came in. Here's the one I edited, and it's retained my due date. My tasks are also in the correct phase because I had my phases on my spreadsheet. Now, of course, anytime you're transferring data between different platforms, there can be road bumps along the way. One nice thing about the task checklist is that because it replaces your tasks with the import, if you happen to make a mistake, you can easily do another import and correct it in seconds. This feature makes it easy to transfer tasks between many different platforms beyond just Asana. And that completes this quick overview. If you have any questions, please reach out anytime.